Okay, I'm just day 54, yeah, car 54, where are you? I'm just setting up this one into the bucket. Got me my basic Hymer, not the acidic one, but in there. We go to spot colouring on this. In the bottom there, even though this has got newspaper cellulose in it in the ratio of 1/3 newspaper cellulose, or 33 and a third percent, to 2/3 quartzite play pit sand, and there's 66 and 2/3 sand, roughly. Yeah, so I'll put this in here like that. So basically, just to be on the safe side, because I don't think the newspaper cellulose is opening up enough for what I want in here, sort of thing. So basically, I'm just going to hold the camera like this and give it a mix around, just to make sure. One final mix around. See, I don't. It's not quite the. But then again, that might be the answer. You know, you don't want it to. You don't want all the little micro nano fibrils to go all the way through. You might be finding it. That's a bit of a negative sort of thing. So, anyway, I don't know if I've done too much, or I'm just going to put it in the bucket and we're going to get some excess. Now, some of these things you want to start them off, but since this one is closest, I'll probably do it with this one. So yeah, I do it with him, but you might want to do it with fibre. No? Yeah, fibre to the premises, fibre to the home, not to the bloody node in the street. It's going to cause a change of government, that is. Oh, I mean, what about the people in the bush, you know? I just can't understand it. Climate change is definitely going to affect people in the bush, and they can save so much money. I mean, can you imagine a farmer having $300,000 in his back pocket every year to spend on, I want to buy a new piece of tractor machinery or something, you know? Goes in the shop, says to the bloke, I want that one. Because he's got an extra $300,000 in his back pocket every bloody fucking year. Isn't that just fan-fucking-tastic? Well, it would be if we had high-speed, reliable, in-the-bush broadband sort of thing. So, you know, so you have a little home-based computer system, satellite up in the stratosphere, ionosphere, sending signals, you know, from his tractor, goes up to the satellite, back to down to the home computer system. You know, got a nice package that does all the bizzo, goes to the satellite, back down to the tractor, and says, oh, too much nitrogen in this area, we'll cut the nitrogen out, just have the phosphorus and the potassium, and your plants will still grow really well. And by doing so, on your whole farm property, we can save $300,000 every bloody fucking year. And the farmer goes, oh, hallelujah. Sort of thing. Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it, son? Wouldn't it, fellas? But I might end up just doing 2 buckets. I might turn that one into one of these and go out and just get another bucket or something. Yeah, maybe I should do a black bucket just to say we can compare with the temperature or something like that. So anyway, that will be good. But you know, I just can't understand it really. I mean, how can farmers be into coal? I just can't understand that. It just doesn't make any bloody fucking sense. Yeah, we're the land of the F word, fellas. We're allowed to swear down here. The most poisonous of everything. You get bitten by something down here, your life could be over in 20 minutes, if not less. So, you know, don't give me that bullshit about swearing. This is the one country in the world where it's legal. I'll make it legal, yeah. And where we go, it's legal to freebag in this country at certain times of the year when it gets too hot. So, oh, you may want to look that up. I'm not going to explain that one to you, fellas. You're going to have to Google that one. Free bagging in the land down under. Oh yes, we've got a bit of seepage there, fellas. A bit of seepage. Anyway, I'll bring this one over. So I'm going to fill this up and let it drain, and I'm going to let it drain and keep filling it up until it doesn't drain anymore, and I'll get right to the lip, and then I'll flush the whole thing, and it should go down about as we've half an inch to an inch, enough to do the general flushing sort of thing. So yeah. Anyway, I expect this one to do the business. This is going to be the eye-opening one, I reckon. This one's going to, you know, we're going to get some response from this one, and this will put the cat amongst the pigeons. And then if this one works, I'll try and punch through with the calcium, because I'll just extend this one into the calcium. And if we can do it all again, and we might get a shock, I might get a surprise that by actually adding in the calcium and solving for the calcium, we get even improved growth. Because, you know, calcium is a naturally occurring element out there in the environment. It's everywhere, fellas, you know. You've got to be joking that these plants don't... I mean, in the papers they talk about the traps having to... When they close, there's calcium involved in calcium channels. And I'm thinking, well, hang on, if you've got a really fast-moving plant, and all these things involve calcium channels, surely either it's got a substitute for calcium, or there's something there you haven't figured out, fellas. Something really major. And as I said in the past, that's what WA was just screaming out. There's something really fantastic going on out here. Can you figure it out? And the bush says, oh, he'll do. He'll just keep going until he either solves it or he dies trying. That's the sort of people, that's the sort of person the bush can embrace. We'll just keep on bloody fucking going until we either solve the problem or we die trying. That's the kind of person the Aussie bush likes. None of these people that want to stay in the car, wait as a few spots of rain, got to put up the old umbrella or wait in the car until the rain stops. No, and not doing it at the end of the bloody sundew season, you know. Bloody sundew season starts 6 months earlier than that, fellas. If you're not out in the bush when the sundews are actually coming up through the ground and growing, you're not really into them. I put it that way. Okay. Anyway, so that's basically, I'm going to let that drain down there, let it drain, and I'll keep chopping it up until it's drained but is up to the level sort of thing, and then I'll take it out to the bench and I'll start flushing it, and hopefully we'll have plants in it by the end of tomorrow, basically. Yeah, time to put the other general focus on, pick up that sunlight on there, and that nice few rays of sunlight there. Get a good screenshot for Facebook for posterity, maybe. Yeah, there we go, fellas. Yeah, you may be laughing now, but I don't think you'll be laughing next week, and especially not after 3 weeks, which is usually when the cyanophyta and the mycorrhizae and all that are really starting to fire up. So set your calendars now, fellas, because I reckon this one's going to be the eye opener. It's going to do the business. So, you know, and the calcium one, if I can crack through that, that's just going to be icing on the cake. So you might want to tune in for those. Okay, over and out. See ya.